Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I just want to take this time to thank everyone for subscribing to my channel. You've been so supportive, and I'm so embarrassed of myself right now because I haven't been posting as much as I should, I guess. But you guys have been extremely supportive, and I'm so grateful. So to those who haven't subscribed to my channel, please just take this moment to do so. I would really appreciate it. I would so love for you to join my little community, and let's help this community grow. So just go ahead and click the button, please. Thank you. I am so grateful for that. Anyway, it's story time today. I don't think I'm even good at telling stories, but I'm gonna try anyway. I hope I'll stay in lane. I hope I will not say things that are unnecessary, and I hopefully will not prolong this video. I don't want you to get bored. And today I just feel so good. I just feel like, one of those days when you just wake up and you feel like you're in a good headspace. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a story about my worst job ever, the worst job I've ever had. Get your popcorn, people. It's story time. So I was working in a restaurant. That's not the worst job. This is just like a little backstory. I was working in a restaurant. If you've ever worked in a restaurant, you know how difficult it is, how much pressure there is in a restaurant. So for me, the restaurant was just a stepping stone, let's call it that. It was just something temporary for me until I found something I really wanted to do. So I worked in a restaurant, great people, great environment. Sometimes you could serve some really tough customers, but that was just part of the job. So then I got called for it. I got a job offer, but this amazing company. No, it's not even amazing. I got a job offer. I got an interview request. So I went there. I asked my manager at the restaurant if I could go for the interview, and I went for the interview. It went really quick, and I was dressed to kill. I'm one of those people who dress for the part. When I'm going for an interview, I'm dressed for the part. I don't overdress, I don't underdress. So I was just killing it. My makeup was on point, if there was any. My outfit was on point. I had researched about the company. I'd gone through some interview questions, a basic popular interview questions. I was just like, okay, I'm ready for this, because I was tired of working at a restaurant. Long hours. You don't get a salary here in South Africa. Well, most restaurants, you don't get a salary, it's just tips, but they're usually good tips, so it's okay. I just didn't want to work in the restaurant anymore. I didn't want to serve people food. I wanted to be served food. Okay, so I went for this interview. It was quick. It was quick. Everything was on time. They asked you questions and everything. And I was like, okay, cool. And they said, if you get through, we will give you a call for your second interview. And I was like, okay, I would love that. So I went home. No, I actually went to work because I had an evening shift at work. So I went to work. Went well. At the end of the day, they called me, congratulations, you are through to the next round. And I was like, okay. So I went from the second round. It was actually practical. You had to go into the field. It was more of a field marketing kind of thing. I personally do not like field marketing. I hate it. I do not like it. But I thought, you know what? It's better than being a waitress. I don't want to be a waitress anymore. I'm not saying a waitress is the worst job. No, I'm just saying I didn't want to be. So I went for my second interview. It was a field job. So you go to the thingy. You go to the company's offices in the morning, and you're assigned to different retail shops. Your Pick n Pays, so it's Pick n Pay. It's, what else is there? Builders Warehouse, I think, and there is, I don't remember much. So yeah, that's what happened. So you go in the morning to the office, you get a training, like a good motivational training, and get taught what you're supposed to be doing in the field, how to talk to people. The training was just good. The training was good. Then you go for the thingy, for the actual job training. So what you basically do is, so this company was working on behalf of other companies, right? Selling credit, in-store credit, in-house promotions and stuff like that. You know, if you've ever been to Pick and Pay, like those hyper stores, and people will be approaching you, hey, we're offering this in-house promotion where you get credit up to this amount of money, but you need to check your maybe credit score, we need to check your criminal record, maybe no, there's no criminal record, we need to check your monthly income, if you'll be able to pay back, and the nationality and things like that. That's basically the job. So you literally spend the whole day in the shop talking to people. It's hard. People don't like credit. The moment you say we're offering in-store credit, people will be like, no thank you. But that's okay, that's the job. You're supposed to convince people. So yeah, I think that's when I was supposed to be like, this is not my thing. But well, I was like, I'm willing to give it a try. That's what I did. So after the whole thing at the stores, you go back to the office, usually late, maybe around the 6 p.m. and we were told we were going to have an exam, like a literal exam where you write things down. I don't test well. I'm that person. I know things until you put it on paper in front of me. I'm like, I'm just gonna put this meme I saw where you're like, you know the answer, but then you write something else, and the teacher's like, so why did you write that? Anyway, so I went there, and they tell you you can only get 85% and above. If you don't, unfortunately, we won't be able to take you, and we only have 5 positions for this role. Yeah, we only have 5 places for this role. Unfortunately, if you fail, it's very competitive, so if you fail, we won't be able to do anything for you. So we had the exam. I failed. I had like 76%, I think. Yeah, I think I had 76%. And the person who was training me the whole day, she took me on the side and were like, unfortunately you failed, so we have to let you go, but you did very good in the field, so I'm gonna talk to my boss and maybe we can come up with something. And I was like, oh my god, I can't fail this. This is easy. Why would I fail this? Anyway, after some time, we were left sitting on some chairs and everything. After some time, the boss comes, well dressed and acting like a gentleman and everything, and then he asked me to come into the boardroom where I was interviewed. He told me, you know what, you didn't do well on the test, but your trainer said you did really good in your interview, in your field interview, so we would like to give you a chance. And I was like, thank you. And they were like, okay, so we're gonna need you to start tomorrow. Okay, I can do tomorrow. And I called my restaurant. I was like, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I won't be able to come back. I got a job opportunity, and everyone, they knew that I wasn't gonna stay there for long, so it was easy. It was easy for me to tell them that I wasn't gonna come back. Well, they were like, okay, it's fine, we're happy that you got the job, we wish you didn't have to go so suddenly, but we really wish you the best in your future endeavors and everything. And okay, the new job started tomorrow in the morning at 6 a.m. I think that's when I was also supposed to be like, what type of job starts at 6 a.m.? And you finish work around 6 p.m. That's over 12 hours of work, and that's just illegal in South Africa. But well, I was really desperate for a good job. So in the morning, I was staying somewhere like I think 80 kilometers from where I was staying. 80 kilometers, I think so. No, let me just check. Let me just check how many kilometers. Because I'm gonna lie. Okay, Google Maps. Come on. Okay. Essence City. Not 80 kilometers, 20 kilometers. That's 36 minutes. Sorry, my camera switched off. But anyway, so Sandton is more like the... What was I talking about? Okay, so it's like 30 kilometers from where I stay. So, which means I had to Uber to work, okay, in the morning, because it's very early in the morning. You can't use public transport. You have to be at work at exactly 6, which means you left home earlier than that, maybe at 5:30 or even earlier. So Sandton, if you have ever been to South Africa, or if you know South Africa, Sandton is like the Beverly Hills of Johannesburg, I think. Like a rich people area. People, the good companies, big companies are there, good hotels are there, and everything. So yeah, I was really excited to go start working there. So my first day, we went there 6 a.m. in the morning. You get into training. In the morning. You're taught what's supposed to happen, and they give you the feedback of what happened the previous day, who made the biggest sales and everything. So apparently this job had levels. You become, like, you're being trained. After that you become a trainer. After that you become a, I don't know what else you become until you get up to the managing position or managing assistancy. But then you won't have to go to the field anymore. So that was basically what was happening, depending on how much you learn and how much sales you make. So I went there the following day early in the morning, and it was just a disaster for me. It was just a disaster. So the first days you don't go to the field, you get training, you write exams, you get all that, and you go home early sometimes as well. And then there was a time when I had to start going to the field. So when we interviewed for this job, I was told that they pay for your Uber money from work to the assigned or designated areas where you'll be working. But that, first of all, did not happen. You had to use your own money to and fro. It's like, no, this is not gonna work for me. Second, so every time you sign up someone for credit, you get a certain percentage. So every time someone actually activates their account, you get a certain percentage. And I just started hearing other people just leaving work because that we're not getting that amount of money. And remember when I told you that they told you we have 5 positions for this role? It's not true, because almost everyone I was interviewed with that day, they were, or I saw them the next day, most of them. So every day you would see one person did not come, other person, and I think after a week or so we were less than 5 people who were interviewed at that day. And then I noticed every day I came to the office, there are new people getting recruited every day. So they recruit people every day, and people quit every day. That's when I realized, oh, this is bad. But then there are also people, they will tell you, you've been working here for 3 months, it's so good and everything, and they're like, are you blind? Well, I was also blind for 2 weeks. It was less than 2 weeks, but still. So then I realized, so they told us there was a company house where people stay. Okay. And you don't pay, apparently. You don't pay for rentals or anything. or you could start paying after a few months when you're like on your feet. So I was like, okay, I really need to stay at the company's house because I cannot afford to Uber to and from home every day. It's just a lot of money for me, considering I'm not earning any money yet, and also the money I was going to be earning a day was probably just going to be spent in on transport, because I needed to use something like 500 rands just for transport every day, and that's a lot. That's just a lot. And I wasn't going to be making 500. Probably I was going to be making less than 500 a day. So I told, you know what, I think I would like to stay at the company's house. And they said, yeah, sure. The other people staying there, so maybe you're gonna have to share a room, because there's a lot of other people as well. There's other people also staying there, not a lot though, just other people staying there, so maybe girls are gonna have to maybe share. And I was like, no problem, maybe it's gonna be 2 or 3 ladies, that's okay, I can handle it. So I talked to my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm gonna move to the company's house, but I'm not gonna close the house I'm staying in until I'm certain that's where I want to stay, or until maybe I can move closer to work. Okay, cool, fine. I picked my clothes. Okay, fine. I went to work and they were like, okay, just put your bags together with other people's bags in the storeroom. I went to the storeroom. Guys, there were like millions of bags in there. I was like, okay, so is everyone else moving into the company's house as well? And they're like, yeah, other people also just left their bags in here. Maybe some of them have been here for like a week or so. And it's like, huh, okay. And now I put my bags in there, and night came, and we were done with work. And then I took my bag. We're not going to the company's house. And guys, I got to the company's house. It's a house. It's like a normal family home, but there are like a lot of people there. So I was like, this is not it. No. So like there's just a huge room. It's just a plain big old room, and then people just have like individual small single bed mattresses on the floor. I think there were like over 30 people in that room. Just men and women living in that house. And I was like, okay, no. Okay, so you guys, it's late now, and okay, fine. I need somewhere to sleep. It's late. I can't go anywhere. I can't leave. So I was sleeping between ladies. Like there were only ladies actually where I was sleeping, but there was also a man at the end of the line. I was just like, this is wrong. This is wrong. And I'm a light sleeper, guys. I am a light sleeper. Like I cannot sleep when there is a bit of noise somewhere. So now imagine 30 people in one room. Someone is snoring, other people are not sleeping yet, they're talking, other people are walking, the light may be still on. Well, I can sleep with the light on, but maybe some people are sleeping, someone breathes loudly. I cannot sleep. I cannot, like I literally can't. I did not sleep a bit that whole night. I didn't. I was just like, okay, I'm out. I ain't gonna do this. So the next morning, I tried to give excuses like I don't feel well, I need to go home. And my trainer was like, no, come on, we can do this, let's go, and everything. They're really good at motivating people. And I went to work, but my mind was made up. I was like, I can't do this. So I just gave an excuse, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna be coming from home. This is not for me. And I never went back there. It was horrible. It's so bad, guys. I remember just walking into that room, seeing people, and there were only 2 working bathrooms, I think. Yeah, there were 2 bathrooms which everyone had to use, and you have to bath early before everyone else, so that people don't finish warm water, you see. And I was one of the first people who bathed. I was actually the first one to bath in the morning in the bathroom that we used, but the water was cold, and I was just like, this is highly disappointing. And the other thing is, one of our trainers, I noticed they had their own bedroom. They had their own bedroom, their own bathroom. They only shared the kitchen with the rest of the world of that room. It was really, and so when I left, I was just like, I'm never coming back here, ever. I'm done. I'm so done. I think the house situation really triggered my knowing of not wanting to work there. I was just like, nope. So it was basically the living situation, the money situation, the working hours. And I remember there was other people were literally fired in my face. And I actually feel, I mean, at those people, they was just dodging a bullet. So the people were just talking like, but you guys, have you noticed how much people get recruited here? I feel like we're being scammed or something. And someone heard it and went to tell the boss, and the boss just came and told them, you know what, pack your bags. If you don't want to be here, just pack your bags and go. Okay, and they just left. And also so then after I'd left the job, I realized there were several companies that did the type of jobs. They get a contract from a bigger company to sell products on behalf of them, or to sell credit. Some of them even did SIM cards, and they do that. They hire people every day, and they manipulate. It's just manipulation. I personally used a lot of money just working there. I worked there for like a week. So I personally worked there for like a week, and it was terrible. And I made sure I put a Google review on that company. I am a huge reviewer. I review places, and if someone was to check my reviews, they're all good. I always give good reviews, honest reviews, sometimes very good reviews. But for this company, I just thought, I was like, you guys, I think you shouldn't go for this, because I wouldn't want anybody to go through what I went through. It was horrible. You do not, except being if you want to go there just to get trained to talk to people or get into sales, it's really good. Boost your confidence, know how to approach people is really good. That's the only good thing about it. The rest is just serious manipulation, that's all. And I really feel like the authorities should really get to see those things, and if you ever come across these things, maybe give Google reviews, and maybe someone will come to the rescue. It's really bad. So yeah, that was that was me. That was what I went through. My worst job ever as of yet. I really hope I won't have to go through something like that ever again, because it was terrible. It was insanely bad.